now is the most efficient plant that we've ever had. I mean, I don't know if you're aware, but evolutionary speaking, there's two types of photosynthesis, and there's a second more efficient type around now. So there's type 1 plant and type 2 plant working in parallel. And I think the main reason for the low levels now, as there was one time about 300 million years ago in the past, is these very efficient plants. The last time it was as low as this for any length of time was 300 million years ago. I don't know if that marked the advent of type 2 photosynthesis or what. There were then fluctuations. I'm looking at the graph now, and it went up by about a factor of 5 or 10 for a while, and then came down again to current levels. Extra CO2 is no danger. It's a good thing.
Well, but sir, let me stop you. Obviously, plants put off more oxygen. Humans and animals are healthier, we know, in a higher oxygen level. Plants, I've read, can't deal with as much stress. They believe the desertification of many areas of Sahara has actually been because of lower CO2. So obviously, you're on the same page. To me, it looks like a danger of not having enough CO2, and then we bleed out like Mars. Well,
that's true. Mars and Mars are probably to do with other things, but the CO2 levels, if they go very low, much lower than they are now, it means some plants wouldn't survive. Now, you see, there's certain, and I would say mad scientists, and that is the right word, in the delusional CO2 warmist camp, who want to develop microbes which would remove CO2. Now, from the atmosphere. Now, if these microbes are more efficient than photosynthesis, then they would reduce the levels of CO2 in the world, and the consequences would be that all plant life would die. And if that happened, we would die too.
Yeah, I saw that. They're developing these. They could release them and kill the planet.
Insane and dangerous, these people, and quite frankly, they should be locked up or set to do some useful work, such as coal mining in Africa, to help electrify Africa.
I know. We're trying to empower Latin America, Africa, Asia. I want people to live and be wealthy, and then the fake liberals call us racist when they want to kill these brown people deader than a hammer.
Sure. I think I should tell you a few things about general pictures of the future and more extreme events and so on. I mean, the first thing to know about our forecast is that when we have a big extreme event, we normally also predict some event on the sun, and you can see this.
Tell you what, stay there. You've done that accurately. Final segment, Piers. Stay there. Weatheraction.com. Incredible scientist, incredible information. And yes, they're already testing microbes that destroy carbon dioxide. Get rid of it. Folks, they want to kill the planet. These people are psychopathic demons from hell.
Solar power. Solar power. Hand crank power. Hand crank power. Radio power. Radio power. The goods you want, the good deals you need to power up your survival are at 21stcenturygoods.com. In our solar department, you'll find solar generator kits, solar lanterns, flashlights, radios, and solar cell phone and laptop chargers. 21stcenturygoods.com is your hand-crank headquarters for everything from generators to flashlights to emergency, weather, and shortwave radios by Grundig and Cato. Big brand names and big deals. Like this. Get a free solar flashlight with every order over $75. But hurry, offer ends soon. Go to 21stcenturygoods.com. Spelled the number 2, the number 1, ST, centurygoods.com. That's 21stcenturygoods.com or call 866-999-8422. 21stcenturygoods.com. Power up your survival.
Hi, this is Alex Jones. This holiday season, more than half of our nation is in need of help due to the shattered economy. So now is the time to express the holiday spirit more than ever. Consider helping those you love with the most important gift, a supply of delicious, easy-to-fix, and very storable foods from efoodsdirect.com. Their holiday gift and family packs start at $99 for a 16-day supply, while their 5-week supply of quick and easy-to-fix meals includes a personal backpack in case of a grab-and-go emergency. Order their combo gift pack, and you'll save hundreds, plus get free shipping on your entire order. Call eFoods today at 800-409-5633 or visit them online at efoodsdirect.com/Alex to find the special. That's 800-409-5633 or efoodsdirect.com/Alex. You can bet your life on eFoods Direct.
Has the United States been discovered in the Bible?
Where does Islam fit in Bible prophecy?
Is the New World Order world government?
These and other crucial end-time questions are answered in the new DVD package, Understanding the End Time, from End Time Ministries. Jesus Christ said, "I tell you these things before they come to pass, so that when they do come to pass, you might believe." After you watch this 14-lesson DVD series, Understanding the End Time, you'll know more about Bible prophecy than the average seminary graduate. This DVD package normally sells for $280, but now is only $199. Order Understanding the End Time DVD package at endtime.com today for only $199 or call 1-800-END-TIME. That's 1-800-363-8463. 1-800-363-8463 or endtime.com.
Riders on the storm. Riders on the storm.
To this world we're born. To this world we're thrown.
Into this world we're thrown.
We are on a planet orbiting a giant star who has mass coronal ejections of flame thousands of times bigger than our planet. We are bathed in its radiation and its storms. The moon blocks that radiation many times. The UN says has no effect on us. Really, the Earth's tilt away from the sun is what controls our seasons. This is how dumb they think you are. If you give the globalists a ride, my sweet darling, we will die. There is a killer on the road. His brain is squirming like a toad. Now, we're going back to our guest, Piers Corbyn. We're almost out of time. He's graciously going to come back on next Friday or next Thursday with us when he's got the full computerized report broken down. But finishing up the point about events here will be seen as events on the sun. Piers Corbyn, go ahead.
Hello, yes. Well, yeah, the point I wanted to make is that with our process, you can see events on the sun, which we predict, and then the consequential events on Earth. And if people go on our website and look at Weather Action News number 31, for example, it's spelled out there as just an example. 5th and 6th of November, we said there'd be a lot of events on the sun, and there was a very big active solar region, number AR1339. We also predicted, coinciding with that, or just following it, there would be that's a possible tornado events in southwest England, which are quite rare, and there was one. We also predicted a deep low crossing the USA, which it did. And we predicted there would be more earthquakes in that period, which there were. So you can see the chain of events, which of course actually exist in reality, whereas there's no CO2 explanation for any of these things. Now, you'll be interested to know what's going to happen in the next year or so. And in general terms, there will be more of these very extreme events because of the Sun-Earth magnetic state we're in. And then after that, in a couple of years, there'll probably be less of these very extreme events. But there'll be a general shift to more cooling in the northern hemisphere. The jet stream will come further south. So we'll have more of these very cold winters, heavy snow, and so on. And there'll be similar problems in the southern hemisphere.
Now, sir, you're fading off whenever you talk a little softer. You were saying because we're in a higher magnetic field. What were you saying a minute ago?
No, what we're in is a solar minimum and moving towards
less.
a maximum.
Okay.
Well, there'll actually be more activity, but the Sun-Earth magnetic state is changing all the time, and we're now in a period for these, a few years of these very extreme events because of the coincidences.
Well, they say Texas is in a twice-a-century drought, and that's normally 9 years long. They say we're in the end of the 8th year. Is that all just poppycock, or, I mean, that's what the old-timers say, or is that based in reality?
Well, it might be true, but you mean, has it ever happened before? Well, of course it's happened before. All these things have happened before. So it will end in due course, and it's nothing to do with mankind. you see, when you see so many extreme things happening, which we can predict in detail, it's ridiculous to say, well, anything we can't predict must be done by CO2. Just with more science, we actually can predict more things.
Wow. Well, we'll have to get that full report from you next Friday. Piers Corbyn of weatheraction.com. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. And that guy is amazing, and his website is amazing, and he knows what's really going on. Amazing information. Okay. We're going to come back and go to your phone calls and cover other news ahead of the big Ron Paul interview. Most hardcore, best ever. Taped it right before the show. Don't forget, we've got something running up until the end of the year. And if you order by the 19th, it's guaranteed delivered to you before Christmas. The Alex Jones Everything Special, 18 DVDs at 70% off at Infowars.com.
You are listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
Hey everybody, Alex Jones here. If you're looking for the perfect Christmas gift, listen up. This will make your holiday shopping very easy. This year, give a seed bank from one of our oldest sponsors, Solutions from Science, to your friends and family. Here's why. The Survival Seed Bank will give any friend or loved one the ability to grow a full acre crisis garden of nutritionally dense, life-sustaining food. And the Survival Seed Bank is not just a box of open-pollinated seeds. It's an indestructible, waterproof seed bank that can even be buried if we face a real meltdown. And here's the best part. All the seeds in the Survival Seed Bank go through strict germination testing, so you can be confident you're not buying old seeds. Give a Survival Seed Bank this Christmas by going to survivalseedbank.com. That's survivalseedbank.com. Or you can call 877-327-0365 to give the gift that produces an ongoing supply of life-sustaining food.
Waging war on corruption. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
All right, we're going to premiere that Ron Paul interview at 1:30. It'll air here for the first time, the video, the audio, all of it. It was amazing. I'm going to cover news and take your calls right now. We cover it all with Ron Paul. Right now, let's go to Bruno in Maryland, then Lyndon, Otter, Mike, Matt, and others. In fact, Matt's next after Bruno. I just skipped Matt. Bruno, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Alex, great to talk to you. Alex, I'm a Catholic priest and just wanted to weigh in on your reference to that bishop's document.
Yes, sir.
I've spent years researching it, and thank you, my brother, for all your stuff. I devour it. Alex, I just want to say, sadly, you might give them too much credit. I don't think these are guys who get the score. And it's ironic. You look back to Pope Pius X 100 years ago, and he said people who dreamed this utopia was possible were insane dreamers and miscreants. And I don't think they understand. I really don't. I think they have this utopian, naive vision, and that's as far as it goes.
Yeah, you're right. It's not the entire Catholic Church that's calling for the open borders. It's the 33 Hispanic bishops. But see how that's a rate? I mean, are they calling for Mexico to have open borders? Mexico's got some of the most controlled. The U.S. is wide open. We're bankrupt. And then it's like this idea that Newt has said, and so has Perry, that have a big heart. Give people who are illegal immigrants in-state tuition. Illegals. People in other states don't get that because it's paid for by Texas taxpayers. I mean, well, why don't we have a big heart then and just give everybody something free? Because you can't do that. I mean, it's crazy, that alone.
Oh, absolutely. And it's Cardinal Ratzinger, who's gone on to be the current pope. It's amazing, a man in his position back then, he openly lamented the quality of bishops chosen after the 1960s. And so, yeah, we're in quite a crisis. The best description I ever heard was it's the Mad Hatter's Tea Party writ large. But Yes, but I don't think they're on board, Alex. I don't think, certainly they're not friends of the nations and Bilderbergs and globalists. I really think that they just dream of this silly future.
Well, all I know is the Ford Foundation, the globalists, the UN are all for totally open borders. We've got the most open society ever, and the globalists are using our freedom against us. And as I said, I mean, there's 6,700,000,000 people. Are they all going to come here? And then, and here's my issue with the average immigrant. They are buying that the government's their friend, and when the government says